Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I am Kelly Stewart, joined by Marco D'Angelo and Vegas Chris. If you aren't following them on Twitter, at Marco in Vegas, at Las Vegas Chris. Let's talk about this really fun game, bright and early on Thanksgiving morning. Chicago, -3.5. We're seeing some fours pop up versus Detroit. Okay, I ended up being on Detroit late last week, kind of one of those fluky things where I saw the whole world was on the Panthers. And I was on the Vikings hating my life on Sunday night, trying to basically get this teaser to cover. And so here I am kind of trying to make a case for the Lions. Heard lots of things back and forth throughout last week that they're quitting on Patricia, they were mad at things, and then all of a sudden we hear that they're interviewing Nathan Peterman, and Matthew Stafford has a great game. Who knows, right? So, the Panthers had a chance to win that game. Why they went for 2 is still beyond me. Whatever, I will take the win with the Lions, but maybe somebody want to talk me off taking them here.
I'll tell you, I'll admit I was on Minnesota Sunday as well, and I think every sharp that I know was on Minnesota last week. But the Bears, that game for the Bears last week is what I like to refer to as the legitimizer game. That was their statement game. As good as they've played, everybody has said, well, you beat the Jets, you beat Buffalo, you beat some bad teams. You haven't beat division teams. Well, they beat Detroit the week before, and we know Detroit's got all these problems. In comes Minnesota, and that's why all of us sharps were lining up, because we didn't believe in the Bears. Well, they showed a national TV audience on Sunday night, flexed into that game. They flexed the Steeler-Jacksonville game out and put that one in, and they made their statement. So, as I like to say, now they're fat and sassy. You talked with Prez in the video about the turnaround for them. This is unprecedented to have a Sunday night game, turn around and play the noon game on Thanksgiving Day. That is a huge disadvantage, and you throw in the fact they just beat Detroit. How are they going to be, focused? You pounded Detroit 2 weeks ago. You had your national spotlight game. This is the flat spot of all flat spots for the Bears.
Chris, yeah, I'm looking at what Marco said. I was on the Bears -6.5. 10 days ago when these two played, and I was all about it. No problem. Didn't have to sweat it. Lions played horrible. This line seems a lot better on Thanksgiving. We've seen them historically play well on Thanksgiving games, and here's a chance to get one back from the Bears. What do you think?
Well, Detroit really isn't that good as a home dog, as you would think they. When I was growing up in Detroit, when they were at home, they were the nuts at home, and they really got up for this game. And then they went through this big dry spell. But they're 4-12 over their last 16 games as a home dog. So they haven't been showing up in these situations, and they have been inconsistent. Let's not forget they've had a couple of bad games against a few, like the Jets and somebody else at home. The way we do our NFL is primarily stat-based, and this is one of these, you're never going to make money laying points on the road, number one. And number two, as Marco pointed out, this is just a horrible spot. This is a little bit shorter than normal. It's supposedly a letdown game, but it's also coming off a game that really legitimized them, as Marco also said. I think Chicago is a hell of a lot better than people are giving them credit for. When you look at Chicago, they're an all-around team. They've got a complete defense. They've got a complete offense. They're going to multiple wide receivers. They're using multiple running backs. And the quarterback is not only good through the air, he threw for 355 against Detroit the last time they played, but he gets it done on the ground also. Now, I'm seeing the line is moving between 3 and 4. It's teeter-tottering. There's no official announcements on whether Chase Daniels is going to sub. But this is kind of a system set up for the offense, and he should be okay if he plays. Last time, Chicago just crushed them on defense. They sacked Stafford 6 times, and Stafford's been sacked 17 times over the last 4 games. It's the number 1 defense. I hate laying the 3.5. If it goes down to 3, I feel a little bit better, but I'm on the Bears.
All right, Marco, I'll let you have the final word.
For me, it's just I can't. If they played this game 10 times, the Bears probably win 8 times. But this is the one spot, and I'm a situational handicapper.
Okay.
I got to go with it.
I like it. Situational, me and Marco, here we go. With Detroit, I'm either going to hate myself before noon on Thanksgiving. Well, not just from eating too much, but hey, either way. $9 Monday at WagerTalk, and all daily packages for Monday's action, plus early college football and NFL, priced at only $9. This includes any 5% best bets, normally priced at $30.